And the stone walls of harmony all bear witness. Anybody with the war in mind can never forgive the sight of wicked snakes inside a place you thought was dignified. I don't want to live like this, but I don't want to die. Ooh. I can't sing falsetto right now. I got a sore throat. I can't sing falsetto. But hello everybody. How to do? Welcome to the Grand Hakim channel. We're live in Nashville, Tennessee for this one. Home of the Nashville, soccer club, Nashville SC and MLS. They're playing at their stadium. We have a international friendly between the United States men's national team and Switzerland. Just double checking my tweet went. Yes, it did. Very good. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Tuesday. Nothing better, in my opinion, than watching a football game on a Tuesday night. It's like Champions League, if you live in Europe, like those Champions League nights. But appreciate everybody tuning in before this game kicks off, though. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, smash the like button as well. Make sure you follow us on our social media handles. Grand Hakim is the Twitter. @_Hakim is the Instagram, and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, all links are going to be in the video description. And a little bit of a channel note, if you're interested, we will be live basically for the next month covering CONCACAF Gold Cup, so the USA and the CONCACAF Gold Cup, and then we'll cover Bayern and Borussia Dortmund at the FIFA Club World Cup, which kicks off on Saturday. Unfortunately, I have another streaming commitment that I have to do on Saturday, so I can't go live for the Inter Miami Al Ali game, which I would love to do. I have another stream that I have to do on a different channel, but we can kind of do a double watch-along, I guess, on Saturday night. Sunday morning, Bayern play Auckland City. We can do a watch-along for that. And then later in the day, the U.S. plays Trinidad and Tobago in the first game of the Gold Cup. We can do a watch-along for that as well. So make sure you tune in on Sunday for a double watch-along on the channel as well. And then I will post videos, match reactions to every game that we do. And then on top of that, I have it on my calendar or list of things to do to film some more Ricky Gervais show videos, because I know people like that on the channel. We'll get back to that more consistently now, because it's been a busy couple weeks. Like 2 weeks ago, I had a hockey tournament, so I couldn't do anything all weekend. This past weekend, I was in Philadelphia, which was so much fun. I highly recommend you go to Philadelphia if you've never been to Philly. So much fun. I loved my time there. And I have to make a video about some fun little fact I learned at the Eastern State Penitentiary. I have like an awesome video idea I have in mind to do. It involves that stuffed animal back there, but more on that later. But yes, this is a final tune-up for the United States. It looks like they just finished up the anthems. Let me get immersed. They just did the anthems, so kickoff should be shortly. See, that's why I don't like. That's why I like Bundesliga. 7 p.m. start. It kicks off right at 7. It's 7:06, almost 7:07, and the game's not kicked off yet. We need to embody the German mentality of starting on time. I don't like that about us Americans. We just, for whatever reason, we never start sports on time. It's very frustrating. But yeah, we'll get starting lineups and all of that shortly. I just want to make sure I don't miss when the game kicks off so I can get the clock going. But let me know who you think will win in the live chat. I also put a poll in the live chat of who do you think is going to win, the United States or Switzerland. As I mentioned, it is the final tune-up for the United States. And what is, it normally shouldn't be a massive summer. Gold Cup tournament usually isn't like the end-all be-all, but with this U.S. men's national team, they've laid quite a few eggs, especially last summer, very disappointed last summer. Like, and then on top of that, the CONCACAF Nations League performances. Mauricio Pochettino hasn't really had any momentum here. So hopefully they can get it going this summer, because next summer is the World Cup, and I'm praying that we can get shit figured out, because if we don't, then we're in trouble. We're going to be embarrassed. Here we go. We're underway. Please work. Yes, the clock's working. Beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. I should have worn my cowboy hat for this one. But USA, Switzerland. The U.S. are going from... Where are they going? From right to left in the new Heartbeat kit. We can rank the kit at halftime if you want. I have a couple ideas what we can do at halftime. Lots of things to talk about. So we can rate the Heartbeat kit if you want. And then I do want to touch on the Seattle Sounders controversy with the MLS and MLSPA. We can touch on that as well. The fair pay argument that's going on. So we can touch on that at halftime as well. But like I mentioned, get your score predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Switzerland did lose to Mexico. That did happen. Something fell. I don't know what that was. Sorry, I got that mixed up. Switzerland did beat Mexico. They beat them 4-2. I got it mixed up. Switzerland beat Mexico 4-2. It is a good side. But I think the U.S. I think they'll get a result here. I think they'll get a draw. I think that's fair. I think it'll be a... I don't know. Let's go 2-2 draw. I think that's fair. Because I did watch that game they had against Turkey this past weekend. And if it wasn't for the boneheaded mistakes out of the back, I think we would have been fine. We probably could have gotten a draw out of that game. So if we don't mess around at the back and clean up those mistakes, I think we should get a result against Switzerland. But it's still a very good side, Switzerland. You don't want to sleep on them. Zillarex says hi. What is up, Zillarex? Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hope we're doing well. It is... Probably should put the cap on. I don't want to spill water over everything. Short circuit. Get electrocuted. Don't want that. Let's do lineups, because I always forget to do lineups. So hopefully this works. Yes. Let me zoom in for everyone. Ooh. Cross there by Aronson. Goes wide. It'll be a throw in for the U.S. Let's start with the visiting Switzerland. Team Switzerland. They're in a 4-1-4-1 formation. They have my boy Kobel in nets. We love Kobel on the channel. Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper. Back line of Rodriguez, Akanji, former... Is he still on Dortmund? He's at Man City now. He was on Dortmund. Good for him. Yaveldi, Schmidt, Granit Xhaka, who I believe is on Leverkusen. Yes. Lots of Bundesliga connections tonight. I love it. Ndoye, Abisher, Dashari, Manzambi, Mbolo. For the United States, we're in a 4-2-3-1 formation with Matt Turner in net, Arfson, Weston McKennie. That's not Weston McKennie. It's Mark McKennie. I wish it was Weston McKennie. Zimmerman, Harriel, Cardoso, Berhalter. He'll be interesting, Sebastian Berhalter, because he's been tearing it up with Vancouver. I'm excited to see what he's going to do here. You have Sullivan, Aronson, Paxton, Aronson, and then brother Brendan Aronson. Very cool to see. And then you have Brian White, who's also from Vancouver Whitecaps, who embarrassed the Seattle Sounders this past weekend, which is pretty funny. Ooh. Good start here for the U.S. They've been whipping in a couple good balls in. I think it'll be a throw-in, though. I gotta say, the crowd is pretty decent. The lower bowl is pretty full. Upper bowl is kind of like 50-50, kind of full, not really. When I was watching the game against Turkey, is it Turkey or Turkey? It's one of those two. Turkey, Turkey. When I was watching that game, pouring raining, but it was really full. I was really impressed by the Connecticut crowd that they showed up. Trying to settle things down here. There we go. But as I was saying earlier, I don't think it's like a must-win for the United States, even though some people are saying it is. I just think as United States fans, we want to see an improvement, like something that's like a step forward compared to what we saw against Turkey. We don't have to win, but I think you need to get somewhat of a result out of this game. Or if you do lose this game, it has to be, you still have to put in a good effort. As long as they put in a good effort, I think we'll be happy, or at least I'll be happy. The problem with what we've seen under Pochettino is that there's been no really consistency with this group. And there's definitely a mentality and culture issue with this team, with the United States, that's really frustrated me when I've been watching them the past few years. Look out, though. Here's Switzerland in the box. And Doi stabbed away, and it'll be a throw-in for Switzerland. End-to-end action here in Nashville. End-to-end. But I think with the United States, get a result here, get some momentum into the Gold Cup. The Gold Cup is going to be massive this year. It usually isn't that big a deal, but this team needs to show us fans that we're taking this seriously. We are putting in the effort. They just need to do something, because with last summer, the Nations League, it just has not been working at all. It's just been really frustrating as a fan. So I'm hoping they can do something in the Gold Cup. Ooh, get it away. Maybe a throw-in again for Switzerland. This defense having a tough time against Switzerland. Yeah, they're giving them a lot of time. Maybe we're just going to bunker against Switzerland. See, I love the start we had against Turkey. We were all over them in the first, 5-10 minutes. A bit of a tentative start here. Here we go. Corner for Switzerland. Headed away. Ooh, there's a shot. Goes wide. Also, don't forget, this stream is sponsored by Barvita. If you don't know Barvita, I think I have one right here. It's like a granola bar, something you can have when you're traveling or you're, I don't know, at work, need a snack break at work. It's healthy, all organic, and if you want 15% off, you can use my code GRANT15. Also, there's a link in the video description too if you want to check them out. Maybe at halftime, for sure can do that. But back on the topic with the U.S., with the culture issue, I feel like, because when I was a kid and I was watching the U.S. men's national team, there was this culture and mentality of like, we're underdogs, we play with a chip on our shoulder, you know, we're going to give it our all every single game, even if we're playing, you know, Germany's, you know, your Belgium's, your Ghana's, you know, all those teams, we're still going to give it 100%. It's not going to be pretty, but we're going to make it as hard as possible for those teams to break us down and to win, make them earn every inch on the pitch kind of mentality, which I loved. And that's what you need to have a successful team, is guys who are going to do that and who want to play for the team and represent your country. With this new, they're calling it the golden generation, with this new generation of U.S. players, I feel like that culture and mentality of like, you got to go hard, work your ass off every single minute, every single second. Even if I'm like dealing with an injury, I'm still going to go to camp and play for the U.S. team. I feel like a lot of that is gone with this core. They don't seem to have the same chip on their shoulder that, you know, the 2014 team did with like Dempsey and Altidore and Bradley, that generation. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. I think maybe just the culture in America nowadays, there's kind of a, I don't want to say anti-America culture, but it just doesn't seem like to people it's a big deal to play for their country. And you're seeing that with hockey as well. It's in other sports, it's kind of hard to get people to play for like certain teams, like the World Hockey Championships. It was hard to get guys to do that because, well, you know, I'd rather take the summer off and, you know, I'm tired and just want to rest, or I have a little bit of an injury, I don't want to play. Oh no! And it's in for Switzerland. Ndoye out of nowhere. Oh, for goodness sakes. It was tentative. It's been a tentative start for the U.S. We've sat back, haven't attacked Switzerland at all. And that is a terrible, terrible play defensively. It was a low ball. Look at how slow this ball's going. A low pass splits like 3 U.S. players. Easy goal for Ndoye to score. Wow. Wow. Don't like that start. Don't like that. We haven't done anything in this game. I know we're only, 13 minutes in, but we haven't done... We put in like 2 crosses and that's it. Oh... I think if you lose this game, that's 4 losses in a row, and I believe I saw a stat when I was watching like ESPN FC the other day that I think it's been since 2007 that a U.S. manager has lost 4 games in a row. I mean, just how horrific would that be, losing 4 in a row? And I get it, it's international friendlies, but like, I tell you what, in any other country around the world, your national team loses 4 games in a row, the manager's getting sacked. Or something's changing, right? It's just, there's no pressure. There's no pressure in the United States. Pochettino's under 0 pressure. Like, he's going to be coaching this team in the World Cup. There's no, like... debate about that. Maybe we have a free kick for the U.S. See if they can answer. Oh, good delivery by Berhalter. And Switzerland can't get it out. Ooh, that cross. Headed away by the Swiss. That was a good cross by Berhalter. Really good cross. Here we go. This is better. Oh, he dribbled it out of bounds, Pratt. Dribbled it out of bounds. Replay of this cross by Berhalter. Really good cross. Kobel does pretty well with it. What's Switzerland ranked, by the way? I think that's shocking. It says on FOTMob, it says that we are ranked 16th in the world. Switzerland's ranked 20th. I don't know how we're ranked higher than Switzerland. I don't understand that, quite honestly. I don't know if they base that off World Cup performances or who they play and who they beat. I have no idea, but I think Switzerland's better. Look at that. And Doy is all over our back line. Like a... Switzerland is like a pack of hyenas on a bunch of cubs in the savannah. A bunch of baby cubs in the savannah. That's what it's like. Oh my gosh. How lucky is that? Cardoso just got his boot on it to clear that away. But I don't like this start at all for the US. I don't like this at all. And what's really concerning with me, it's just like you would think that, you know, these guys would play with pressure on them, right? Like, no one's happy with the U.S. team in general, but it feels like the players just don't give a shit. They're like, oh, we're going to do our best and whatever. And I understand that this isn't like the United States A team. I totally get that. But the effort, like, where is the effort? Where's the decision making? Where's, like, anything? They weren't technical enough against Turkey. And this is just a lackluster start here against Switzerland. And you're at home, too. It's 2 home games as well. Update on the poll. So 60% of you say USA, 20% say Switzerland, and then 20% said draw. At this rate, I'm not too... I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get a US result here. Early days in the game. A lot of game to be played, so I'm not going to be too impatient about it. I got to give them some space. Give them some time to figure it out. But yeah, happy to see Kobel. I wonder what he's going to do. So probably after this game, it probably worked well for him because now he's going to go to Dortmund for the Club World Cup this upcoming weekend. And I wonder Borussia Dortmund's schedule in that tournament. What a cross that is. Wow. Arfsten, I think that's how you say his name, Arfsten, did well to manage that, but what a cross by Switzerland. Oh, another turnover. Yeah, and I mean, look, if we lose this game today, at the end of the day, all that matters is how we do in the Gold Cup this summer. So if we end up like doing well in the Gold Cup, then obviously these two results don't matter, the friendlies, but because you want to get all the nerves, maybe, because a lot of these guys, it's their first time representing the U.S. Get the nerves out, make the mistakes now, so when you're playing in those big games that matter, then when you're playing those games that matter, then hopefully you're not making the same mistakes you were in the friendlies, if you know what I mean. But ooh, this is good. Sullivan just couldn't do anything there. Oh boy, Kobel. Be careful, Kobel. But I'm just shocked at how poor we are out of the back in our back line. That's probably been the most shocking thing. I was looking up Dortmund. So Dortmund don't start the FIFA Club World Cup till Tuesday against June 17th is when they play. They play against Fluminense. And let me know, people, if you are going to watch the FIFA Club World Cup. Is it something that... Oh, no. It's another one. It's Abisher. Too easy. Again. Too easy. Jared says hello. What's up, Jared? 23 minutes into this game and we're already down 2-0. What a joke. I mean, look at the time and space we're giving them. That's crazy. I mean, it's like we're playing against Spain right now. We're respecting Switzerland like they're the champions of the world here. That's unbelievable. And at some point, you got to start asking, is Pochettino the right man for the job here? Was he the right hire? Because obviously we're not going to fire Pochettino before the World Cup. But we'll look back, you know, after next summer ends, we're going to look back and be like, was Pochettino the right hire? He's on his way to losing 4 in a row, which no U.S. men's national team coach has done since 2007, which I think is the longest streak. I don't think any U.S. coach has lost 5 in a row. Terrible. I have Switzerland beating us. We suck, says Jared. And Andrew says, hey, what's up? What is up, Andrew? Thank you for stopping by. I had us winning. I gave us faith. I thought we would beat Switzerland today. Like, crap performance against Turkey. I thought Pochettino's a great coach. He'll get the guys ready. Get the nerves out in that first game against Turkey. We'll see something here, but it's been anything but. I'm doing good, Andrew. How are you doing? Been a busy couple weeks for me, and I'm just recovering from being sick. So My energy levels may not be as good as normal, so I'm going to do my best on this stream. And I'm going for the US. I predicted a 2-2 draw in this one, which still could happen. But we haven't done anything offensively. Like, literally nothing. We've chucked 2 crosses in the box. I never knew him. Heartbreak kid. I don't know what that means, Andrew. This is like the Oilers last night. Yeah, basically. Just getting dominated and done up the ass, basically. That's what Switzerland's done to us. Bent us over in 25 minutes. (6-4). If this game ends 6-4, that'd be the most insane soccer game I've ever witnessed in my entire life. Another cross, cleared away by the US. Yeah, and Doi on the right wing is a problem for us. Major problem. It'll be offsides. And Switzerland almost beat us in that hockey tournament. Yeah, the World Hockey Championships. We beat Switzerland in that one. They beat us in pool play in that tournament, and then we beat them in the gold medal game. But yeah, when it comes to soccer, Switzerland is a lot more talented than we are. Even though, according to FIFA, we're ranked higher than them, which I don't quite understand. We're ranked 16th according to FIFA, and Switzerland is ranked 20th. I don't think that's right, but FIFA is FIFA. But I was asking, is anybody actually going to watch the FIFA Club World Cup? Because I'm planning on doing streams for those games. The FIFA Club World Cup starts on Saturday. I will be live. Jared since 1932. Yeah, the first time U.S. won that since 1932. I will be live on the Hockey Podcast Network this Saturday for Oilers and Panthers Game 5, so I won't be able to do the first game of the Club World Cup, but on Sunday, Bayern Munich is playing Auckland City in their opening game at like 12 p.m. Eastern, so we'll do a watch-along for that game. Because I love watching Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Well, Aronson can't do anything with that. It'll be a throw-in for the U.S. And then we'll, of course, cover Team USA throughout the Gold Cup, which starts this Saturday as well. So lots of soccer this upcoming month here with the U.S. and then FIFA Club World Cup. Maybe we could do a double watch-along on the Hockey Podcast Network on Saturday, because the Al Ali Inter Miami game starts at 7, which is when the Oilers game starts as well. Keep tabs of both games there. Oh boy. Embolo. Oh, he balled it. He balled it. He couldn't handle. The ball was too bouncy. Couldn't handle it. It'll be a corner kick for Switzerland. What a ball that was. He just couldn't handle it. It was too bouncy. am reading the chat, Andrew. What are you talking about? Jared says July 9th, I'm going to my first soccer game. New England Revolution versus Inter Miami in New England. Very nice. Get to see Messi. I've yet to see Messi in person. I don't know if I ever will, to be honest, because I just don't... I don't attend MLS games. The last time I went to an MLS game was 20... It was before COVID. 2019, I think, around there. It was when Seattle came into town, because I'm a huge Sounders fan. And then I saw the Sounders in Seattle when I was a senior in high school. That was fun. But yeah, I just don't attend many soccer games, though. I would love to. I will be going to the Gold Cup quarterfinals, because that is in Minneapolis. So I will be able to attend that game in person. It's at a US Bank where the Vikings play, so that'll be fun to go to. Hopefully the US is there, because that'd make it worthwhile. I'd want the US or Canada to play there. That'd be fun to watch. Send them! Oh! Aronson was making a run. Also, who's our striker right now? Unnoticeable. Brian White for Vancouver. Unnoticeable. I've noticed Paxton Aronson more. Brian White's been unnoticeable. I'd say our entire midfield, besides the Aronson brothers, have been unnoticeable. Back line couldn't stop a pack of ants at a picnic. Turner hasn't been able to do anything. Defense has let him out to dry. But Jared, are you a New England Revolution fan? Is that like your go-to team? Shot by Rodriguez. Oh, Turner. Oh my God. He spilled it. He spilled it like Onana does for Manchester United. He turned into prime Onana, Matt Turner. Oh. What a joke. I tell you what, Matt Turner, this guy used to be #1 goalkeeper for us, and now he's turned shit. What a horrible mistake that is. Catastrophic performance by the United States. I did not see this coming. 3-0 in 33 minutes. 3-0. And look at Pochettino. This is my problem with Pochettino. He's a great coach, right? I'm not against hiring Pochettino, but the United States has a culture problem, has an entitlement problem. The players think, oh, look at me. I play for AC Milan. I play for insert club from Europe. I'm so much better than everyone else that plays in MLS or in other leagues. There's this entitlement with this team, and they think they can just turn up and get results against like Trinidad's, the smaller clubs, Mexico's, Panama's, those teams. Think they can just turn up and win. Here we go. Goal kick. Right, we have that problem. There is a culture problem. I'm going to use a hockey reference here, but you need to hire like a John Tortorella-esque type coach for this team. Someone that's going to kick people up the behind, doesn't take anyone's bullshit, super hard on the players. Doesn't matter if you're the captain, the star of the team. You're going to be treated the same as everyone else. Someone who's going to be rowdy, yell at the players. You need someone like that to coach this group. They need someone like that. Pochettino is too much of a relaxed, chill coach for this job, in my opinion. You need someone fiery behind them, kicking people up the ass for not making runs, for not working hard. Because he hasn't done anything. Look at Pochettino. Has he called one player over? Has he yelled at anyone? He hasn't done anything besides fix his hair and go like this. And do a sigh, keep sighing. That's all he does. And it's 4! Get out! This is a joke. This is too easy. Embarrassing. Embarrassing for the United States on home soil. It's 4. Unfucking believable. I'm pissed. I am pissed. Oh my, they just let him walk right in? They let him walk right in. This is like playing FIFA on easy mode. It's like playing FIFA on easy mode. You just get to walk right in and shoot where you want. 4-0 in 36 minutes. What a joke. Yeah, this team's got no heart. This team's got no heart. Team's got no heart. Jared says his favorite team is Inter Miami. I have a Messi Inter Miami jersey. I'm assuming that's what you meant. Very nice. Now, Jared, I gotta ask you, were you a fan of Inter Miami before they got Messi or after they got Messi? I think that is important to know. Did you like them before Messi or after? Because Inter Miami used to be the laughingstock of the league. They were so bad. I remember, you know, you went to Miami. It was an easy 3 points. Easy 3 points. Jared says, fire the coach. As much as I want to, let's hypothetically say Pochettino's seat was up, you know, for grabs by someone else. If he lost this game and then lost... I mean, you can't change a coach mid-tournament. Like, I don't think that works. I think if he lost this game and then the first, like, 3 games of the Gold Cup, if you don't get out of the group, then I would sack him. Then you sack Pochettino. If you don't get out of your group in Gold Cup. Because, I mean, look at the United States group in Gold Cup. I mean, there's a legit shot we don't get out of the group stage. Based on what we're seeing so far. Because this is the team that's going to be in the Gold Cup, folks. Oh my gosh. Could it be 5? Switzerland just cycling about. It's like... It's men against boys. It is men against boys here. But the United States group at the Gold Cup is Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and Saudi Arabia. I think if the United States can't get out of that group, Haiti, Trinidad and Tobago, and Saudi Arabia, Pochettino should get sacked. He 1,000% should get sacked. Like, there's no excuses about that. You've lost 4 in a row, can't get out of a group full of shit teams. No offense to those other teams, but to the United States standards, you should be easily beating those teams. We just have an infinite amount of resources compared to Haiti, Trinidad, and Saudi Arabia. You gotta sack him. You have to. Jared says, Andrew says, bad stream. Well, thanks, Andrew, for that. See me. I see you, Andrew. How's my day going? It's going good. It's going good. Have some more patience, people. I mean, where's the patience? People are getting too eager in the chat. I do my best, but you have to understand, I'm commentating on the game, right? I go on rants. Sometimes it's a little while till I have enough time to read the chat. Gotta chill out sometimes, everybody. Just chill. But yeah, so if you are new and just tuning in, subscribe. I'm sure a lot of people aren't even tuning into this one. I'm sure a lot of people have already turned off the TV, but I will stay live for the remainder of this game. Don't you worry. But if you are new, subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, we have you covered for the next month of soccer, USA and FIFA Club World Cup. As much as I don't want to watch this U.S. team if they're going to lose every time, we will still cover them. We will still cover them. But yeah, if you want to check me out on socials, @Hakim is the Twitter, @Hakim is the Instagram, and Tickety Talk. Merch, Discord, donations, links in the video description. Also, don't forget to check out Barvita. They're like my new favorite snack. Use code GRANT15 at checkout for 15% off. It's super tasty. And it's healthy, all organic ingredients as well. So give them a look. Link in the video description, or you can scan the QR code as well. It'll take you right to the website. Look at Xhaka, goes out wide. It's just crazy how easy it is for Switzerland to pass the ball around. That cross, stabbed away. It'll be a corner for Switzerland. Andrew says I was behind, that's why. There you go. Ooh, cross. I mean, another corner. Goodness me. But yeah, I'm not... Matt Turner should not be our goalkeeper. I don't like Matt Turner. He's really good at penalties, and that's about it. But you can't spill a ball like that. You're a professional goalkeeper. He's on loan at Crystal Palace. He's 30 years old, on loan at Crystal Palace. Like, he should not be the keeper. We don't have a keeper on the U.S. I can't think of someone on the top of my head. There's Zach Steffen, which he isn't that great. Matt Turner, and then the guy who played against Turkey, I didn't think he was that bad. Here come the U.S. Will they do something? Cross, easy for Kobel. That's too easy. We all know this. Kobel, he's a world-class keeper. Too easy for him. It's honestly a good thing that the United States doesn't have to go through World Cup qualifying, you know, because they're automatically in the tournament since it's being held in the United States. Just imagine if we had to do World Cup qualifying. I think it'd be a disaster. I think it'd be a tremendous disaster. Ndoye, be a goal kick. Approaching the 45th minute. How are we feeling, everybody? Let me know your thoughts. We can discuss it at halftime, and then I do want to touch on a big story happening in the soccer world regarding the FIFA Club World Cup, involving my favorite team, the Sounders. So I do want to touch on that. We can also rate Team USA's jerseys, the new Heartbeat kit as well. That is it for the first half. Booze, rain in Nashville. Nothing to be excited for if you're a United States fan. That was probably one of the worst halves of football I've seen the United States play in a long, long time. I can't remember a game like this. 4-0. 4-0 at halftime. What a joke this is. Oh. Stop the timer. Unreal. Jared says Lane Hudson won Rookie of the Year. I mean, who else was up for Rookie of the Year? I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. Wow. And just initial thoughts, people. What do you think? I'm a bit speechless at how poor we started this game, because I love the way we started against Turkey. We got a goal within 60 seconds. We were all over them. You know, we didn't play afraid. We're playing afraid against Switzerland. We did not do that against Turkey. We were all over them. You know, we were like mano a mano. We had a couple dumbheaded mistakes that cost us the game. But at least there was somewhat of an effort. It was still, you know, a decent performance overall, I would say, if I had to rate that Turkey game. This game against Switzerland, we started with our tails in between our legs. We gave so much respect to Switzerland, sat back like crazy, and they've just been able to carve us wide open like a pumpkin. They've carved us. Terrible. And it just makes me wonder, what's the mentality of the players? What's the mentality of Mauricio Pochettino? Like, are they okay with being embarrassed like this? Because it's like, oh, it's a friendly, you know, we don't have our A team. It's a new lineup, you know, yada, yada, yada. You know, the ball's a bit bouncy today. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Pochettino's going to say after the game. I actually can't. I need to hear what he's going to say after this game, because after the game against Turkey, Pochettino was not like, oh, that was a bad performance. He was like pretty pleased with the performance, even though they lost to Turkey. I wonder what he's going to say after this one if the result is more than 4 goals. If we lose like 6-0, I wonder what he'll say. But just stunned, really. I can't believe it. Jared has no words. And then Macklin, Celebrini, and Dustin Wolf. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that Celebrini was a rookie this year. He's been around in my brain for a long time because of Boston College. I feel like he's already been in the league for 2 years. Well, hopefully something can change. I think the game's lost. I don't know how you can come back from this. I've never seen a comeback. Actually, I take that back. There was one game I remember where a team came back and scored 4 in the second half. They scored 4 goals in one half. It was the Seattle Sounders against DC United in 2017. The Sounders laid an egg in the first half, kind of like the United States just did. They were down 3-0 at halftime, and then something happened in the second half. Brian Schmetzer was like, crack the whip. And then second half, we scored 4 unanswered goals. We scored 3, and then the 4th goal came in stoppage time to beat DC United. It was epic, unbelievable. So I have seen a team score 4.5. I've never seen a team score 5 goals and a half to come back. That'd be crazy. Actually, I wonder, in the 2014 World Cup, Germany beat Brazil 8-1, right? Or 8-1 or 9-1. So they did score that many goals and a half at some point. So I guess that game was a big blowout too, the Germany-Brazil game. If you remember that one. I was 13 years old when that game happened. But yeah, watching the highlights now, every goal could have been avoidable. The Matt Turner one is disgusting. You can't spill it out like that. That's horrible. Hopefully Pochettino makes changes at halftime. They're playing Freebird, everybody. They're playing Freebird at the stadium. That's crazy. The ball's on us to get absolutely embarrassed in the first half, and they're playing Freebird. That's hilarious. But let's take a look at the stats really quick before we talk about other things in the football world. These are the stats. I made it big so your grandpa could see. Switzerland's in red, US is in white. Possession 57-43. Shots 8-1 for Switzerland, 5-0 in terms of shots on target. The United States hasn't had a single shot on target this game, only one attempted shot. Big chances 3-0. The passes, Switzerland's like not doubled our passes, but it's almost 100 more passes. 6 corners to nothing. Do we have XG? We should have XG on FOTMob. Maybe not. Maybe not for this. I know for the Bundesliga games they have XG on here, but the XG is probably like 5-0 Switzerland would be my guess. But yeah, horrible. Second half is going to start in like 10 minutes, so I think something I want to do is... I can take my headphones off. My God, my ears are getting sweaty. My gosh. Has anybody's ears ever gotten sweaty from headphones? Goodness me, I didn't realize that. But I do want to talk about something, and it's regarding the FIFA Club World Cup, and I made a separate video about this. If you do want to check it out, maybe after the game, you can head to my main page on my YouTube channel, and then just go to the videos tab, and it should be there. But there's an ongoing, let me pull up a image here. World Cup cash grab. There we go. Oh, I don't want to go full screen. But before the Sounders United game last Sunday, the Sounders players wore these shirts, Club World Cup cash grab with a Monopoly Man. Insanely good shirts, like so good that if they were made available, I would purchase one. Like super nice. And essentially why they're protesting the Seattle Sounders is because the FIFA Club World Cup, right? It's a FIFA run tournament, and FIFA is handing out $9.5 million to each club for just being in the tournament. I believe for each win that you get in the tournament, it's an extra like 3-4 million. Each draw you get is like 2 million. And then the further you advance in the tournament, so if you make it out of your group, you get millions of dollars. If you make it to the quarterfinals, you get millions of dollars, and so on and so on. And I think the most you can make in this tournament is like $130 something million. So there's a lot of money at stake. There's $1 billion prize pool in the FIFA Club World Cup. So it's massive for these teams, especially the smaller teams, like the Seattle Sounders, Inter Miami, LAFC. When you compare them to PSG, Manchester City, Chelsea, these MLS clubs are like a little blimp compared to the Manchester Cities of the world. So it was a big deal to get the money. And normally how the money is split up when it comes to dividing it between owners and players, when you look at how it's done in Europe and basically everywhere else around the world, it's kind of a Major League Soccer problem. So around the world, you see 50% goes to the owner, 50% goes to a player pool, and then the players split up the money amongst themselves. So for that $9.5 million, let's just say $9 million for easy math. So you have $9 million, $4.5 goes to the owner, $4.5 goes to the players, and so the players split up that $4.5 million amongst themselves. It's kind of how it normally would work. With the MLS, the current CBA that's been ratified by both MLS and the MLSPA, the Players Association, they've agreed that essentially they put a cap on how much money the players could take home. So currently there's a $1 million cap on what the players take home. So they can't make more than $1 million. And that is not per player. That is just the player pool. So the players have to split $1 million. And so the issue the Seattle Sounders have is, hey, look, this $9.5 million that we're going to get, we should be getting $4.5, but we're only going to get $1 million. And the rest of the money is going to the owners. So if you do the math and break it down percentage-wise, 90% of that money, $9.5 million, is going to the owners. 10% is going to the Sounders players. And the Sounders want a 50-50 split, like it is around the world. And I don't think it's that egregious of an ask, in my opinion, for the Sounders to do that. And so the MLS owners the MLS is basically saying, well, look, you guys signed the CBA, right? It isn't a CBA from 10 years ago. You guys signed it. Suck it up, go home, and play some football, basically is what they're saying. MLSPA and the Seattle Sounders are saying, that's not fair. Look at other teams around the world. We want a 50-50 split. Essentially what's happening. So it's just, I understand both sides, but I'm with the players. They should be getting a fair share. And so this entire week, there's been so much drama back and forth between the MLS, between the MLSPA. There has been an update on what has transpired, and I do want to play a clip from Twitter. It's from Tom Bogert, who is an excellent beat reporter for Major League Soccer and does a great job covering Major League Soccer on MLS and his Twitter page and CBS Sports. This is where he was on today. Let me zoom in so you can see this. And he's kind of giving the updates on what's been going on with the MLS owners and the MLS PA. So hopefully this works.
Negotiations over bonuses of the Club World Cup are turning contentious. They are not close, the league and the MLS Players Association, with this fight spilling out in public. And that started with the Seattle Sounders players last weekend staging a protest with T-shirts asking for more money and saying that they deserve a fair share of the pot. Sources told me after the game, Seattle Sounders owner Adrian Hanauer was enraged by this protest, and he immediately went into the locker room and yelled at the players, angrily confronting them over their protest. What I was told is MLS had planned to send their official proposal to the MLSPA the next day. But after that protest, it slowed things down. MLS did eventually send an offer to the MLSPA on Friday of this week. That offer was for 20% of any performance-based bonuses. The players are already getting $1 million of the $9.5 million. Of that $9.5 million, another $750,000 is being added to the cap. All three of the teams participating in that. So that is still at a small number, but that comes from CBA negotiations that were ratified in 2021 before this expanded Club World Cup was even ever announced and way before the prize money was known. So both sides have been working to find a resolution, and they are further away, honestly, than they were 2 weeks ago.
So yeah, that is very, very concerning to hear that the MLS and MLSPA are further away than they were like last week. That's a bit shocking and sad that the MLS did kind of a retaliatory move, basically saying, hey, we don't like what you guys are doing. We're going to give you a worse deal than we did originally just to screw you over. It's corporate greed at the end of the day. It's corporate greed. You know, the rich people don't want to lose their money. They want that 90%. It's really unfortunate. And the second half's about to start here, folks. So let's go back to the main screen. Pochettino. He's changing 5 players. He wants the team to play a little bit more solidly. Wants to attack better. Should be different results here in the second half is what he's saying. So they changed 5 players. We'll see if it helps or not for the United States, but that's basically an update on the Sounders and the MLSPA, what's been going on. It's unfortunate here that it's gotten worse, and I will, of course, update you on the channel if anything changes, but I don't think it will. And we'll see. The Sounders players have not ruled out that they would sit out. That might be a possibility. They won't even play in this tournament, so we'll see what happens. I hope they play. I really do hope they play. I'd be bummed out if they didn't. Well, this is a big half for the U.S. I need to see some heart. I don't care if they give up 2 more goals. Play with some heart. Because that first half was tail in between your legs. You got bent over by Switzerland and just took it. That's basically what happened. You just took it. No fights, no nothing. So I need to see something in the second half. And regardless, I think the media is going to rip the U.S. after this game no matter what. We're underway in the second half. For just tuning in, the scoreboard is not incorrect. That's what's transpired. 4-0 for Switzerland against the U.S. in Nashville. The crowd looks pretty thin. I think a lot of people left, to be honest. I don't think a lot of people are even watching this game still. So if you are still watching with me, I greatly do appreciate it. You are a trooper. You're a legend. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Let's get you the updated lineups for the U.S. They made a few changes. Just waiting for FOTMob to update the changes here, but Switzerland did make a change. Ricardo Rodriguez has come off, and Miro Muheim has come on for Switzerland. Here are some changes for the U.S. that have just come in. Brendan Aronson is off, and Tim Ream is on. Yeah, Tim Ream's a defender, so that's kind of interesting that he took Brendan Aronson off for a defender. We'll see the formation that we're playing with now. I did see Diego Luna as well, who I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Diego Luna out of Real Salt Lake. Andrew says, unbelievable. Very unbelievable. Yes, it is. Many things are unbelievable tonight. The U.S., the Seattle Sounders, MLS-PA dispute is unbelievable. I agree. But don't forget, people, you're just tuning in. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, on the road to 350 on the channel, which is incredible. Tell your friends and family we got you covered all summer long for soccer. It'll be a fun summer. Because think, from this month into July, you got CONCACAF Gold Cup, you got FIFA Club World Cup, and then August, the Bundesliga starts up again. So what more could you ask for? This is going to be a fun couple months here on the channel. Can't wait. I'll be more patient, says Andrew. I don't care. I'm just giving you a hard time. I always kid on the channel. I don't take anything I say too seriously. I always kid. Oh boy. Good defense. Matt Turner's still in net. Boots it down. Here we go. We got the substitutions in. So, as I mentioned, Brendan Aronson is off. Tim Ream is on. Brian White is off. Patrick Ajiman is on. Brian White didn't do anything. And I don't think that's entirely his fault. It's the defense in midfield. They didn't give him any service, so I can't blame Brian White, really. Ajiman's on. Paxton Aronson is off. Diego Luna is on. Sebastian Berhalter's off. Malik Tillman is on. Who I like Tillman. I think he had a solid game against Turkey. He had a glorious chance to equalize against Turkey with a header 5 yards out and just made a poor decision and headed it right at the keeper. Arfson's off. Tolkien is on. And then, as I mentioned, for Switzerland, Ricardo Rodriguez is off. Miro Muheim is on. Manuel Akanji is off. And Stefan Gartman is on. And those are all the substitutes we have. And then, as a reminder, Ndoye got the first goal for Switzerland in the 13th minute. Abishur in the 23rd minute. Embolo in the 33rd minute. And Manzambi in the 36th minute. Is how we have a 4-0 lead for Switzerland. Andrew says the ownership too. Yeah, MLS ownership is a disgrace. MLS is a joke of a league. It really is. Like, I love the Seattle Sounders. I hate that they play in MLS. It just sucks. Salary cap, but they bend the rules for Inter Miami and Lionel Messi. $1 million cap on what you can earn. Just stupid. Makes no sense. And what's crazy is that the MLSPA countered at, I think they countered at 40%, which is still below the international standard. And the MLS owners were like, nope, we're not having that. Nope. Just really, really shocking, in my opinion. Really, really shocking. Excuse me as I whack in a tweet here. Second half is off. We are live. Oh. Yeah, throwing for Switzerland here, 53rd minute. Andrew says we can do it, just believe. I don't believe. This group of players hasn't shown me enough to believe in them that they can do something. So until they do, I'm not going to believe in them. Because I told you guys, our group for the Gold Cup, the next game the U.S. plays is on Sunday. And we play Trinidad and Tobago. Which is kind of funny, because Trinidad is the team that we couldn't beat in 2017 to qualify for the 2018 World Cup. That was unbelievable. So Trinidad has our number, but, I mean, if you can't beat Trinidad, what are we doing? What are we doing? Look at that pass again. Here comes Switzerland. Defense does well with it. See, a lot of the passes for Switzerland, they're going through the lines. They're splitting our lines so easily, Switzerland. Way too easy for them. Way too easy. Should I look at the poll? I put a poll in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? It's kind of pointless now, but I'm curious to see what people said. 50% said USA, 38% said Switzerland, and 12% said draw. I was in the draw camp. I thought we would get a result and get a draw, because I respect Switzerland. Even if the US had their A team out there today, I still think Switzerland would give us lots of problems. Like, maybe the result would be the same, honestly. Like, you never know. Our US A team couldn't beat Panama. For God's sakes. I mean, how can you expect to beat Switzerland if you're not beating Panama? And I just feel like with the U.S. and, like, kind of how people cover the U.S. men's national team, there's a lot of naiveness and entitledness with, oh, like, you know, USA against England, USA against Belgium. Like, oh, yeah, we can compete with those guys. You know, I hear some people saying, oh, we can compete with the best of Europe. We should be scheduling games against those teams. And I'm kind of just sat here and, like, what has this group of players that the United States has had, what has this group of players, you know, since, you know, we failed in 2017, what have they done? Like, what's the biggest games that they've won? They've beaten Mexico. They've won the Nations League and made up tournaments. They've won a Gold Cup. But in terms of, like, great performances, what have they done? They didn't really do anything special at the World Cup in Qatar. You know, I was pretty underwhelmed by their performances in the World Cup. They just haven't done anything. And so it's like we need to focus on beating the teams in our region first before we can think about beating the Argentinas of the world or Belgium's, England's. I just don't think we're that good. I seriously, 16th in the world, I don't think that's right by FIFA. I really don't think that's right. But it's crazy how we're a year from a World Cup, everybody. We're a year from a World Cup. And the best players on the United States. Let me list them off for you so we know who's missing. So normally, for other countries around the world when a tournament like this has happened. So like Cristiano Ronaldo, right? He represented Portugal this past weekend in their Nations League tournament, and they actually won Portugal. Usually when you get, your team's playing, if you're really good and your team's playing in a tournament, you show up for them, right? For some reason, the United States players, our best players, don't think the Gold Cup is worth it. They think it's beneath them, right? So guys like Christian Pulisic, Serginho Dest, Anthony Robinson, Timothy Weah, Weston McKennie, 5 players who are easy starters on the U.S. team decided, you know what? I mean, some of them maybe are banged up, and that is a separate issue, but they were like, you know what? I'm not really feeling it. Let me rest up, have a good season at my club, and then I'll be ready for the World Cup because my spot will be there. And it's just really frustrating because that's not how you build a winning culture. A winning culture isn't created by giving people favors, by saving people's spots, even if they're the star players. I don't care if you have Lionel Messi on your team. His spot should be up for grabs by someone else. Someone else should be nipping at his heels to take his job. That's how you build winning culture. That's how you build winning teams. And the U.S. doesn't have that. Players just think, oh, I can sit out and my spot will be there. And it's ridiculous. And it's the reason why this U.S. team, this golden generation of players, will likely never win a major tournament. Like, they'll never do anything at the World Cup. They're likely never to do anything. I don't want to say in any other tournament because we've seen them win Gold Cups, but you want to see the U.S. do something at the World Cup. I think the United States should make it to at least the quarterfinals or semifinals of a World Cup, and that would be successful, insanely successful. Getting out of the group isn't enough for me. That isn't successful in my eyes, just getting out of the group. We did that in 2014. And that was successful because we were in the group of death. Here come the U.S. Cleared away. I think we're going to see a lot of this from the U.S. attack tonight, everybody. I apologize, too. Not the head coach is Andrew. TFC for Toronto. Are you talking about Toronto? I don't know much about Toronto. I don't watch Toronto Football Club. We got 30 minutes in this one. I apologize. I thought this game would be more entertaining. I really thought it would. I was like, final tune-up for the United States before the Gold Cup. I'm like, this will be good. This will be exciting, but no, not at all. Not at all. But anywho, I hope everyone's doing well, even if you just tuned in for a second. Thank you. Consider subscribing. Bottom right-hand corner. Don't forget about Barvita. We've partnered with Barvita, a great company. Makes insanely good like granola bars, all organic ingredients. When you go to their website, use code GRANT15 for 15% off. Insanely good. I have them if I'm traveling or at work or school or whatever, so give them a shout if you want. Link in the video description, or you can scan that QR code there on the right of your screen. And this is kind of fun too, because if you're an OG to the channel, this is a brand new setup that we're trialing out today. Brand new setup with the scoreboard, new graphics and everything. So it's a good test to see how everything looks for me. I quite like it, honestly. I quite like this setup, so I think we're going to go with it for the Gold Cup and FIFA Club World Cup. I'm enjoying it, so hopefully you are enjoying it at home. Different look, different vibe. I like it. I like the vibe though. I think it's a good vibe. It suits the channel. Oh yeah, we forgot to rate the US jerseys. Let's do that quick since there's nothing really to talk about on the field. USA. Oh boy. Ajiman. Shot blocked. Look up. He had two guys wide open. Pick your head up. I'm trying to find a picture of the new kits for the US. Ooh, that cross. Better, at least. Luna keeps it alive. Here's Luna. Shot blocked. Here's a decent enough picture. This is alright. Let's take a look at this. Not right at all. I feel so Jeep off. I don't know what that means, Andrew. So these are the new US kits. This is obviously the women's jersey because of the stars. The men haven't won anything. Do they have the men? I don't think it matters. But there you go. Here's a look. I don't think it's bad per se, to be honest, but it's just so basic. Like, it's alright looking. I just think it looks really basic. Well, let me know what you think at home. I just don't think this does... It just doesn't do anything for me. Oh, Andrew says for the Sounders. Yeah. Sounders are getting screwed. I mean, so is Inter Miami and LAFC. But their players don't care because Inter Miami and Lionel Messi, they're making shit tons of money. They don't care. Denny Bawanga and friends at LAFC don't care. They're making so much money. But, yeah, the whole situation is just frustrating. I don't like it. But, I don't know. I just don't like this jersey that much. It's just too basic for me. It's called the Heartbeat Kit. The Heartbeat Kit. Which I find very ironic because the United States doesn't... They play with lack of heart. So it's ironic that they have a kit called the Heartbeat Kit. And they're wearing it tonight as well, the Heartbeat Kit tonight. Even more ironic, they've shown 0 hearts. And they're wearing the Heartbeat Kit. Andrew says he likes the jersey. Yeah, it's not a bad kit at all. It's just basic looking. See, I like this. This is cool. It's unique. It's splatter paint. I like it. It's very nice. And then this one. They used to wear this one too. I like this one quite a bit. Just different. Different. I don't know. I was debating on which one to wear tonight, and I was feeling white. I was feeling the white one. Here comes Switzerland. We have numbers, though, so we should be fine. Good save for Turner. Fans give him a bit of a sympathy clap for that. Bit of sympathy there for Matt Turner. Manzambi's down for Switzerland. Switzerland's jerseys are pretty poor. They're kind of basic. Even more basic than ours. Oh, I see. So Switzerland still has to play in their World Cup qualifying thing that they do at UEFA. There we go. But while I have a minute here, I can show you guys the schedule for the FIFA Club World Cup. Because I know some of you guys don't follow soccer or don't know much about it. FIFA Club World Cup. So it starts on Saturday. Inter Miami and Al Ali. I will be live, unfortunately, on the Hockey Podcast Network. I kind of wish I wasn't, so I could do a watch-along for this game. But that's okay. We'll do a double watch-along on Hockey Podcast Network and then our channel. Sorry, I won't be live on my channel too, but we'll do a double watch-along. So I'll watch this game and then watch the Panthers game as well. And then on Sunday, I will be live on the channel for Bayern and Auckland City. And then the United States, as I mentioned, plays Trinidad at 5 my time, so 6 Eastern. We can do another watch-along for that as well, if you're feeling up for it. I'll kind of ask the chat after the Bayern game if we want to do that. I don't know if it's worth it, because is this what we're going to see the entire tournament for the U.S.? Hopefully not. I'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. But I do love Bayern Munich so much, and we will cover that one. Even though Auckland City are crap. I wish I could see what they're ranked in the world. They're one of the worst teams in the world, Auckland City. But they're the best team in the Australias. Let me see if I can look this up. They were ranked 312th out of 350. Yeah, that is bad. That is very, very bad, everybody. And then PSG, Atletico, Palmeiras, Porto, Botafogo, Seattle Sounders play Sunday. LAFC, Chelsea, Boca Juniors, Benfica, Flamenco, Esperance on Monday. And then I should be free Tuesday to do Dortmund. So Dortmund, Fluminense, River Plate, Irwada, Red Diamonds, Ulsan versus Mamelodi. Monterrey and Inter. But yeah, we will cover Dortmund in this one. This should be a good one. Oh, it's gonna be played at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Love that. Where's the Bayern group at? Bayern at TQL Stadium. Where is that? That's not Austin, is it? TQL Stadium. Oh, it's Ohio. They're playing in Cincinnati. That's hilarious. Bayern Munich and Cincinnati. Yeah, unfortunately, Alphonso Davies is out. That sucks. And Musiala's hurt. Kim is hurt. Very unfortunate for Bayern Munich. But I still think they're good enough to get out of their group, Bayern Munich. Same with Dortmund. If either one of those teams fails to get out of their group, I'd be surprised. It's just the Seattle Sounders. I just don't see them getting out of their group. They're in a group with Botafogo, PSG, and Atletico Madrid. I just don't see a way Seattle's getting out of that group. If they choose to play in the tournament. But let's focus on the rest of this game. We're in the 73rd minute. It's almost over, folks. Thank God. This has been miserable. The stream's been fun. I love interacting with everyone, but this has been crap to watch. I thought this would be somewhat entertaining tonight, but it's been pretty poor. The Coca-Cola send-off match. Absolute shithousery by the United States in that one. So yeah, Pochettino will be the first manager since, I forgot who was coaching. Bob Bradley? Was he coaching the team in 07? First coach since Bob Bradley to lose 4 in a row. And no coach has ever lost 5 in a row. Like, seriously, if you lose to Trinidad, I think he's got to get sacked. Like, no joke. No joke. I think you sack Pochettino. I understand you're a year out of a World Cup. And look, realistically, he's not going to get sacked. There's no way you can sack Pochettino. But I would. If I was in charge of USA Soccer, I'd be like, hey, if you're not going to get a result against Trinidad and losing 5 in a row, you're done. Like, it's not working. You're done. Switzerland. The shot goes wide. There'll be a goal kick. We have a debut for the United States. Downs is going to come on. Sebastian Berhalter is going to come off. Lackluster performance. Honestly, by everyone involved with the U.S., I can't name one player that I thought did really well tonight. I think Diego Luna had a couple good looks offensively to start this half, but other than that, I thought the Aronson brothers were somewhat decent. But look at the player ratings. Here are the player ratings, everybody. Like, the highest rated player is Paxton at 6.6. Tillman is at 6.6 as well. Very poor. Good save by Kobel. I know, I totally forgot about Kobel and Switzerland. It's hard to root against Kobel. I'm a big fan. "15 minutes to go in this one. Do the United States have any shot, everybody? Do we think the United States has any chance coming back? Or at least, I hope they get a goal. Get a consolation goal, for God's sakes. Do something. Here's Downs. First touch on the ball. Good play. Andrew, let's go MLS. Are you rooting for MLS, Andrew? And as much as I'm kind of bashing the United States here, you do have to give credit to Switzerland. They're a very good team. I mean, they put up 4 against Mexico. Put up 4 against us, 8 goals in 2 games. Well-structured team. Hard to break down. And they have a stud in net in Gregor Kobel. Very good team. This is going to be a dangerous team. If they qualify the World Cup, which they should. I mean, the group they're in is pretty... What is the group Switzerland's in? They said it on the broadcast. And the teams they said weren't that great, but I can't remember. Switzerland, World Cup qualifying table, sure. So Switzerland's in a group with Kosovo, Slovenia, and Sweden. Sweden is a decent side, but Switzerland is definitely the best team of that. They should have no problem getting out of that group. No problem at all. Really well-structured team. Discipline. All around, I like them. But if you're just tuning in, update on who scored for Switzerland. Ndoye in the 13th minute, Abisher in the 23rd, and Bolo in the 33rd, and then Manzambi in the 36th. And kind of a theme I've noticed with the United States in both of these games is once we give up the first goal, the floodgates are open. Like, we're just defensively in shambles. We don't recover well. Our heads are gone. We just don't know how to kind of recover from that. Like, you make a mistake, you give up a goal, that's fine. Move on from it. Be defensively structured. Be defensively sound. Make smart passes. Don't do anything stupid. Don't expose yourself. Don't expose yourself in general of everybody, but don't expose yourself when it comes to football. But the goals have come in bunches. We gave up 2 goals in like 5 minutes against Turkey. It was a sporadic amount of goals against Switzerland within, 10 minutes of each other. We're giving up goals. We just can't recover. When we make a mistake, we can't recover. And that is a concern because a lot of that has to do with what's up here. Because all these guys are skilled enough to play better, than this. I think a lot of it is up here, is the problem. And that's on Pochettino as well. But a player goes down for the U.S., fans wanted a foul, they're not going to get it. I didn't see it. Announcers are saying it's a foul, I didn't see it. Here's Manzambi out wide. 9 minutes to go in this one. Here's Tolkien. Insane haircut. Some of these guys have crazy haircuts. Like, what are they doing? Looks like should be in a boy band in the 2000s, Tolman. Also, I should say, I love watching the U.S. men's national team. The players, a lot of these players I don't know at all. Like, these are brand new faces for me, so bear with me on the names. I'm still learning. I'm sure by the end of the summer, I'll know everyone really well. but I'm still learning the names of all these players. Here's Kobel. Under a bit of pressure. Good pass. But it's crazy how much we're just letting Switzerland have the ball. I was not expecting that today. 54 to 46% is the possession. Shots 12 to 6 for Switzerland. No shots on target for the United States. Kobel hasn't had to do anything. 6. Look at that. 6 to nothing in the corners. We haven't had a corner all game. Just shocking. It's just really shocking. Didn't think they would come to this. I can't wait to watch the like football medicasts on ESPN and like ESPN FC, and everyone just lose their shit about the US team. Or we'll see. Some people like don't care because like, oh, international friendly, like yada yada yada, who cares? And you know, it's not the A team for the US, whatever. But I mean, getting embarrassed in the way you did on your home soil, like, someone's got to take accountability for that. And I hope Pochettino post game says, hey, look, that's on me. I didn't prepare my guys enough to play today. It was embarrassing. If he says there were moments of good, there were good moments in this game, you know, there were some bad moments. He's really good at kind of teeter-tottering. He'll never come out and say, oh yeah, we played like shit today. Like, that's not how Pochettino works. I hope he says that today, because otherwise I'm going to question if he's the right man for the job. Because he needs someone who's kind of a hard ass, like, hey, yeah, we played like garbage today. We did. There's nothing good to really come out of this game at all. Unless we get a goal. If we get a goal in the next 6 minutes, maybe that changes a little bit, but I'm just curious to see what the reaction is from the football pundits around the world, and then what Pochettino is going to say post-game. He didn't seem too upset at halftime, which is kind of surprising. But this second half has been a whole lot of nothing, everybody. Like, probably the most boring football I've ever watched. Just a whole lot of nothing. The USA strings, 2-3 passes in a row. It gets intercepted. Switzerland passing around. No urgency from them to score. They're already up 4-0. No urgency from them. It's just been run the clock at this point. It's been horrible. What's the announcer on about? The announcer said Pochettino's got to be pleased with the response the U.S. had, in the second half. What's he talking about? What response? There's been no response. Yeah, we're not down 8-0, if that's what you want to call a response. Switzerland has not tried as hard. I'll tell you that right now. Switzerland has not tried as hard as they did in the first half. When you're up 4-0 in a game, in a friendly, you're not going to press like crazy, right? They're going to sit back more and play more chill. I just don't see anything Pochettino could be happy about. If you're a soccer expert, I'm sure there is something you could find, but I just haven't seen anything. I've had to freaking ramble on about jerseys and other things going on to pass the time, because this game and the performance by the U.S. has been that much of a dud. Free kick for the U.S., 87th minute. Hoping for a consolation goal. Not a bad spot. It's a good spot to whip in a cross. Let's see what Tillman can do here. Cross comes in. Headed away, and it's going to be a goal kick for Switzerland. Poor. Pretty poor. Not a bad cross, but it's nothing really dangerous. But like I said, if you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. We're nearing the end, everybody. It's almost here. Thank God. Thank God. Follow me on my socials, at Grand Hakim, the Twitter, @Hakim, the Instagram, and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord, or make a donation, links are in the video description. Check out Barvita, of course. Thank you, Barvita. Use code GRANT15 at checkout. For if you want a good tasting granola bar, check out Barvita. All organic ingredients. Don't have to worry about any junk that, you know, Hershey's bars have and Snickers and all those companies. Safe, clean food for you, so you don't have to worry. Check them out. My personal favorite, they have a chocolate peanut butter flavor. That's insanely good. I highly recommend everyone check it out. And then they have, what's this one I had here? Organic carob fig hazelnuts. So good. Love it. Link in the video description as well if you don't want to scan the QR code, but feel free. Here's Ajiman taken down. It'll be a yellow card for Switzerland. Number 25 for Switzerland, Amenda. The announcers on TNT, they're just coming up with stuff at this point to give compliments. I love, you know, Ajiman's effort there. He always gives his best every single game. He just plays with his heart on his sleeve. Oh, I just love Ajiman. You know what? Great. If we have a team full of guys that try their best, cool. I want guys that will freaking win games for us. I don't want a team full of tryhards and they don't do anything. I want a team of guys who actually get shit done on the pitch. Not a team full of, well, we tried hard and that's good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. 3 minutes to go in this one. Referees added 3 minutes for God knows why. You know what's funny? I was planning on doing like a live match reaction as well. I don't think there's any reason to do that for a friendly. I'm not too bothered. I'm just gonna go for a walk after this one, do some yoga, eat some dinner, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, do some school, hang out. This game's bummed me out. I can't tell you guys how excited I was to do this stream today. I'm like, brand new setup, new graphics, you know, USA playing. I'm hoping for a response against Switzerland. Ruined my night. United States has ruined my night. This just makes me depressed. It doesn't make me excited for the Gold Cup. This makes me, like, worried and concerned that we're not even going to get out of our group in the Gold Cup. Because this is the team that's going to be playing in the Gold Cup, ladies and gentlemen. The team that lost to Turkey 2-1. Team that got blown out by Switzerland 4-0. We're playing Trinidad. We're playing Haiti. We're playing Saudi Arabia. If you can't get out of that group, coach has got to go. I don't care if you have Sir Alex coaching this team or Sir Bobby coaching this team. It doesn't matter. If you lose 5-6 games in a row, you're done. If this was in any other country around the world, a coach loses 2 or 3 games in a row, his seat is red hot. Sometimes he's already sacked, right? It's just this country has no pressure because we just don't care about soccer. No one cares about it. And the culture isn't like that in America. We're so lenient. But anywho, last 20 seconds here. But I appreciate everyone watching. I know tonight's stream was a bit of a stinker for us US fans. If you're a Swiss fan out there, congratulations. I love Kobel. And Akanji. Pretty empty stadium in Nashville tonight. Referee's still playing on. I don't know what we're doing, ref. Here comes Switzerland. Oh, cross. It's a corner. 94th minute, we have a corner. Referee, I don't know what he's on. Seven to 1 are the corners. 7th of the night for Switzerland. Wilhelm's going to take it. Cross comes in. Oh! Doesn't go, but that's going to do it for this one. It's 4-0 for Switzerland in the final tune-up before the CONCACAF Gold Cup this weekend. Lost to Turkey 2-1. Got embarrassed 4-0. Against Switzerland, gave up 4 goals in 36 minutes. Absolute disgrace of a performance by the U.S. men's national team. Mauricio Pochettino's seat should be red hot. But unfortunately, in this country, it doesn't matter. It's Pochettino. He's kind of like achieved God status, I guess, with everyone. And he's not going to get fired. So I'm not happy with that at all. We'll see what the players and coaches have to say after the game. But we're going to wrap it up here. There's really not a whole lot to analyze and talk about after this game. Pathetic is the word for me. Just pathetic, lackluster. And I get it, it's an international friendly, but at the same time, it's like it's the final game before the last major tournament before the World Cup. Wouldn't you think the players who want to put forth some effort into this one, some momentum heading into the Gold Cup, the players decided to lay an egg because maybe it's not important to them. Maybe these games, they don't matter to the players. Maybe it's this American mentality that we have in this country and with these players that it's not important enough. I don't have to try hard. Whatever. I don't have to try hard. I'm on the team. My spot is secure. I don't have to try. And for some players, I don't even have to show up to camp, Pulisic, and my spot is secure. Let me call out those 5 guys again. Let me call out those guys again. USA missing. Pulisic, Dest, Robinson, Weah, McKennie. Not important enough for me. Gold Cup, not important enough for me. Pisses me off. It pisses me right off that this culture of, I don't really feel like it. I don't have to play for the U.S. It should be an honor to wear this badge. It should be an honor. You should want to play for this badge over anything else. It's like that with Messi in Argentina. It's like that with Ronaldo in Portugal. It's like that with any other major player and their country. It's like that everywhere around the world. But for the United States, this doesn't mean much to players. It means a little bit, but it doesn't mean everything to our stars. And that is a problem. And that is a culture problem that we have with this U.S. men's national team. And I thought Pochettino would be here to fix that, but apparently he rewards it. He says it's okay. He lets that stuff go. I just don't think we're going to do much this summer, folks. Like, if we get out of our group, great. That should be freaking expected with the crap group we're in for this Gold Cup. If you don't win the Gold Cup, I think it's a failure on the U.S. I really do. I think if you don't win the Gold Cup, it's a failure. If you don't get out of the group in the Gold Cup, Pochettino's got to go. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Pochettino, get out. Get someone else in. Get someone else that's going to light a fire under these guys' asses and say, hey, you better show up to camp. And when you do show up to camp with the U.S. men's national team, you're going to fight for every goddamn inch on that pitch. I don't care if you're down 10-0, 4-0, 3-0, 1-0, or it's 0-0. You're going to give me every ounce of effort you have in that body of yours and work your butt off for me. We don't have that with this team. We just don't. Hopefully this changes. If it doesn't change, definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. If you run this out for this summer and it doesn't work, if we run this out next summer and it doesn't work, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, should we do man of the match and wrap this stream up? Let's take a look at the FOTMob ratings. Oh my god. Embarrassing. Let's take a look. I'm honestly too scared to look at the FOTMob ratings, everybody. I'm too scared to look. And I have a sore throat, and talking hurts my throat today, so I hate that I have to talk so much about how crap this team is. Look at Switzerland. So Kobel 7.3. I don't think he faced a shot on net. Schmidt at 6.5. Uvalde 6.8. Akanji 7. Rodriguez 6.7. Granit Xhaka 7.5. And Ndoye 7.8 got a goal. Abisher 7.6. He scored. Josh Ari 8.3. Manzambi 8.7. Goal and assist. And Bolo 8.0 got a goal. The bench, I'm not going to read this out, but you can see it. Miro Muheim had the highest one at 6.8. For the United States, a lot of orange here. Matt Turner with probably the grossest mistake you'll ever see a goalkeeper make. He turned into prime Onana. If you watch Manchester United, you know what I'm talking about. It spills it right to a Swiss player and taps it home. So 5.0 for Matt Turner. Crap performance. And he's 30 years old, everybody. Unbelievable. And is on loan for Crystal Palace. Harrio 5.4. Walker Zimmerman 5.4. McKinney 5.7. Arfson 5.5. That back line couldn't stop a pack of ants at a picnic. I say it time and time again. Horrid performance by the back line. Let Switzerland come right down Broadway. Let them have so much room. Could pick their passes. It was like playing FIFA on easy mode. Ridiculous. Berhalter 5.1. Cardoso 5.0. Sullivan 6.3, Aronson 6.4, Paxton, Brendan 5.6, Brian White 5.6. I thought the Aronson brothers did okay in the first half. That's about it. The substitutes, Tillman apparently did 7.2. I didn't notice anything in the second half other than Switzerland obviously was not trying as hard as they did in the first half, which is normal. When you have a 4-0 lead, you're not going to press as hard as you did when it's 0-0. US didn't do anything. No shots on net. Overall, piss poor performance. Man of the match is Manzambi for Switzerland. Goal and assist. 8.7 player rating. I wish I could give Manzambi an award. but he'll get an honorary award from the Grand Hakim channel. I will present him. What can I present him with? Here's a good gift. The Statue of Liberty. I'll present him with this. You did good, Manzabi. Here's your Man of the Match trophy. There you go. I got this when I was in New York. I was like... how old was I? It was first grade. I was really little. I dropped this, and the Lady Liberty's crown came off, unfortunately. But holy shnikes, is that dusty. Fucking hell. It's kind of funny how at the stadium they're having like a post-game concert, it looks like. That looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What you think about this match. Not too happy. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a friendly, so I guess it doesn't matter. As long as they do well in the Gold Cup and win the Gold Cup, these performances won't matter. But I'm hoping these games, they got out all of the shittiness and all of the nonsense, get it out in these two games. So now when it comes to Gold Cup, we can switch on and start playing really, really well. Hopefully that happens. Do I think it's going to happen? No. We'll see. But yeah. We'll see. I'm at a loss for words. Let's wrap this up. I appreciate everybody tuning in. This was, even though the game sucked, it was fun to go live with everyone and have a nice chat about football and hockey and other things. As a reminder, we will be doing lots of these this summer for both the CONCACAF Gold Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. So if you are new, subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, smash the like button as well. Check me out on my socials. @GrandHakim is the Twitter. @Grant_Hakim is the Instagram and Tickety Talk. If you want to get merch, join the Discord or make a donation. All links are going to be in the video description. Also, thank you to Barvita for sponsoring us. Use code GRANT15 at checkout for 15% off. One of the best granola bars I've ever had in my life, so give them a look. Link in the video description, or you can scan that QR code on the right of your screen there. The upcoming schedule for me this week in terms of live streaming, I mentioned I will be live, sadly, on the Hockey Podcast Network. I don't want to slag off the Hockey Podcast Network, but I wish I could do the Al Ali Inter Miami game. I already committed to the Game 5, so we'll be covering Game 5 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oilers, Panthers, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. And then Sunday morning for me at least, it's 12 p.m. Eastern, Bayern Munich are playing Auckland City FC. We will be live on the channel covering that game. And then the United States kicks off their Gold Cup campaign against Trinidad and Tobago at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'll see how I feel. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So if I feel out for it, we'll do it. If I don't, I don't. But for sure, count on the Bayern Munich stream, and then we'll play it by ear if I do the U.S. game. And I also have a hockey game Sunday night, so that could be a busy, busy day for me. We'll see how I feel. My eagerness to do a watch-along again for the U.S. is pretty low, just based off that performance. But even if it is a dumpster fire, it's still fun to watch with other people and interact. And you get clippable moments, don't ya? You can upload online, so we can definitely do that if I feel better and up for it. But tonight was kind of a hard stream. I've been feeling under the weather lately, and I'm just going to rest my voice because it hurts quite a bit from all the talking. So thank you. And I always like to end the streams by saying it's such a crazy world out there. So I'm sending all my love, like it says back there, from me to you and to everybody around the world that could use some love right now. Hope we're doing well. Hope we're doing okay. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day or night. And we'll speak to you soon. We'll see you this weekend for the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm so excited for it. Hopefully Bayern Munich put up a better performance than the US men's national team. Oh my goodness me. Take care, everybody. This was fun.